Hello there once again. I just want to introduce a project that I've undertaken for my PC. Basically wanting to put a fan controller in this so I can switch between a whisper mode and a performance mode. Most of the time I'll only need whisper mode, particularly for recording, and I've decided to make my own, and this is how I'm going to do it. This is going to be the enclosure for all of the wiring that I've got to do. It's basically a CD-ROM case with all the innards removed, and I've just taken a blanking plate, and in there I've put 3 toggle switches which I'm going to use to switch between 12 volts and 7 volts on the fan. So we will be using the 7 volt fan mod on this, which involves basically using the 5 volt rail as an earth. And there's also this little gap at the back where I can put all the connectors, and I think that's going to be a nice little solution. The way this will work is the left-hand switches will control the intake fans, and the right-hand switch will control the exhaust fans. And the switch in the middle will actually turn off the second fan on my CPU cooler. My CPU cooler is a Zoward Vivo, which has 2 fans on it, so I will leave the main fan running all the time, and it's just that second fan that I'll be able to switch on and off. So this is how the wiring works out. There's quite a bit of it. It involved a lot of splicing, to be honest, and a lot of little bits of cable, but I've got there with it. Maybe I should have used a terminal block, I don't know. But anyway, it does work. If I switch on the intake fan side of things, my red LED comes on to show that it's on 12 volts, and that fan is now spinning. And I can switch on the exhaust fans. Again, the red fan to tell me it's on 12 volts full speed, and that's spinning also. And then I can use the second switch here. I've just connected this little old heatsink and fan up to the CPU switch, and there we go. That spins as well. Always encouraging when you've just done this wiring and you fire it up for the first time and it works. If I switch it the other way, my blue LEDs come on to tell me that the fans are now operating on 7 volts. So that does obviously slow them down and quieten everything down considerably as well. So the thing now is to get it put into the enclosure, which here we've done, and I think that looks rather smart, to be honest. Really pleased with how that has turned out. In the end, it wasn't possible to glue the connectors on the back, so I've just left them hanging out. If you glue them on, the danger is because the Molex connectors particularly, it can be quite stiff, that they'll just break off. So in the end it was better just to leave them hanging. So let's get that installed in the computer. And here we are. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I've got intake and exhaust fans on 7 volts there, and I've got the second CPU fan on. I can just switch that off. That does drop the volume a little bit, and there we go. That's just got the second CPU fan on, and there we go. That's everything now on full. That would be performance mode. It is quite loud, particularly the intake fan is the loudest, to be honest. And then if I switch them all off, that just leaves the main CPU fan on, and that's pretty quiet. So that's full whisper mode. But obviously, you know, you've got the flexibility to kind of do a halfway house, and this is a good halfway house. Intake and exhaust fans on 7 volts and the second CPU fan on. But anyway, I like that. I like the look of it. It's a project that's been quite successful. It certainly worked for me. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe.